Mr. Mahadevi. What happened to my class? Why are there only 2 students?
Well, all the students except Ronnie and I are sick with the flu.
Out of all the students that got the flu, why did the 2 most annoying students have to stay?
I thought you loved me.
Anyways, who cares? I get paid by the hour, not by the amount of heads that are in the room. Try to picture yourself in a beautiful river in China. Your tail is long and whipping against the calm water. You crawl and slide against the river's bottom. You are the biggest animal in the river. No one can compete against you. Today we'll be learning about one unique weird animal. This weird animal is the Chinese giant salamander, or otherwise known as Andreas davidianus.
Okay.
First, we're going to learn about the taxonomy of this interesting animal. The animal belongs to the phylum Chordata, which consists of animals with backbones, like horses and humans. It belongs to the class Amphibia, which consists of all animals that are cold-blooded and have moist, scaleless skin, like the bullfrog and the Pacific giant salamander. It belongs to the order Caudata, where animals in it have a dark color, short legs, and a large body. Some animals in this group are the newt and the hellbender. The Chinese giant salamander belongs to the family Cryptobranchidae, which consists of the Japanese giant salamander and the American hellbender. The animals in this family should have salamanders of a large size. This animal also belongs to the genus Andreas, which consists of giant salamanders, like the Japanese giant salamander. The Chinese giant salamander species is the Andreas davidianus, which is mentioned before. And one special/unique characteristic is that davidianus means baby fish. This name was given because of its irony. Well, that's all for today's class. Enjoy the rest of your day because you have no homework. But I expect you to learn more about this animal.
Teacher, Mr. Parleji.
Good morning, Mr. Parleji.
Are there always this many students in this class?
No, it's just that most of them are sick with the flu.
Oh, okay. You do know that the flu is caused by fry?
You mean McDonald's fries?
No, that causes cancer. The fry I'm talking about is fry and fry. You know, it causes cholera. Anyways, today we will be continuing our learning on the Chinese giant salamander. Specifically, we will be learning about the Chinese giant salamander physical description, habitat, diet, locomotion methods, reproduction, and unique adaptation for survival.
Okay.
The Chinese giant salamander is usually a dark brown, black, or green color with 4 legs that have 5 toes. It has a head which is strongly lowered, mostly because the muscles in its neck do not provide much movement. The salamander's snout is densely cut short with nostrils small and rounded. Every Chinese giant salamander that is 115 centimeters long, the average Chinese giant salamander length, weighs about 25 pounds, but the size and weight are decreasing every year. Habitat. The Chinese giant salamander's habitat is in large host streams. These are usually found in the large forested areas. It also likes to live in wet and moist places. Some specific places that the Chinese giant salamander lives are in freshwater biomes, coastal places, large rivers, mountain streams, and lakes with clear running water. A huge ton of the population can be found in China. Diet. The Chinese giant salamander is placed on top of a food chain as a carnivore. Some of the prey it eats is crabs, crayfish, snakes, worms, and shrimp. The only predator that hunt and eat the Chinese giant salamander is humans. Locomotion methods. The Chinese giant salamander usually crawls using its 4 legs against the body of water's floor. Rarely, though, when it is tired, it will slide against the floor. Reproduction. The Chinese giant salamander usually lays about 300 to 500 eggs at a time in an underwater crevice that is occupied and guarded by the male. The eggs then hatch 50 to 60 days later. This is also when the female leaves the crevice and newborns for the male to guard. Larvae then develop in the streams, taking food after about 30 days. Unique adaptations for survival. Some unique adaptations it has are when it wants to hunt, it has to sense its prey through its vibration in the water because it has really bad eyesight. Another adaptation it has to do is that it has to go into a cave during the winter because it is cold-blooded and it will freeze in the water if it stays in there too long. Chinese giant salamander lives in its its whole life in water, but doesn't have gills, so they absorb oxygen through their skin and stay in water for a long time. The Chinese giant salamander is extremely relevant to its ecosystem because it makes sure that the prey it eats does not overpopulate the ecosystem and eat the majority of the food. For example, if the Chinese giant salamander's population decreases, the crab, crayfish, and other animals of its prey will increase because there is less predators to eat it. This will cause the other prey of the Chinese giant salamander's prey to decrease because it has too much predators. If the Chinese giant salamander's population increase, then its prey population will decrease because they have more predators to eat them. The salamander's prey is going to increase because it has less predators. Even though the Chinese giant salamander is weird in many unique ways, it belongs to a specific family just like every person in the world. You may have drawbacks or good qualities, but someone will always love you for who you are and what you're capable of. You enjoy your weekend.
Thank you.